Hey guys, happy Monday. I heard we got some feedback.
Yes.
You know what's funny is last night I was on TikTok doing my little nightly check-in, especially before it gets banned. Mm-hmm. And number one, everyone is freaking out and just trying to plug their Instagram.
Yeah.
But there was a couple posts about like girls, you know, like what their type is. And I was trying to pay extra attention. Like there was one where like a girl was having her dad say whether he would let her date any of the boys from the Sway House. But there was a lot of comments about,
why would any dad allow that?
yeah, he said no to all of it.
Yeah.
But I heard that we got some real world feedback from a high school teacher.
Yeah, high school teacher in...
So quickly, for the listeners, in case you missed that episode, we had a big discussion last week about this new type of young man that is real hot on TikTok and social media, that is very, very fashion conscious, very aware of their looks, loves to kind of dance for that's what they do.
Yeah.
Dance with other males,
but not like Chris Brown, like, oh my God, you're so talented dancing, more just like wiggling around. Dave Portnoy calls them wiggle dicks.
Yeah.
And we had this big conversation of we need to talk to someone at a high school who can tell us whether wiggle dicks are the hot new look and jocks are out or not, because that's what it seems like.
And this is from a high school teacher in Sacramento, someone I talk to quite often. I don't want to put his name out there because I don't want to affect his job.
Yeah, that's fair. Judging the kids.
Yeah. Imagine a world where the star quarterback dates the head cheerleader. The gym is filled to the brim for every basketball game. Yeah. The kids who aren't a part of the popular crowd sit in their rooms and play video games. Everything makes sense. Now snap the fuck out of it and come back to reality. No one plays sports anymore because it's too hard. There may be a star athlete who plays quarterback, but no one cares about him. He's resorted to becoming a dick wiggler just to fit in, but he's too big and muscular, so it doesn't work. Yeah. The only reason kids go to sporting events is to have someone hold their phone while they wiggle their dick in a crowd. Shooters, which we call video game players, don't shoot anymore.
Listen, high school teacher.
Yeah, exactly.
Choose a different word.
Yeah, that's why I didn't want to put his name out.
Yeah, thank you.
Shooters don't shoot anymore because it's too hard to shoot, so they sit and watch pro shooters shoot.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Streaming. So they're just on Twitch watching the real gamers, because that requires a skill to be an elite gamer.
Okay, we're not done yet.
Yeah.
I feel the world may have been weird before school shut down in March, but now I have no idea what the fuck is going on. Every kid just got a free pass to wiggle their dicks 24/7 for unforeseeable future. I feel like I should quit teaching and start learning to wiggle my dick. Pause.
Gosh, that is exactly what
Spot on.
Yeah, that's...
So I didn't even think about the fact that, number one, sports are too hard.
Yeah.
Good point. And number two, even video games are too hard. So you would resort to watching hours of Twitch.
What's interesting
is you can hit like a 3-second move, but if you're going to play like an hour game on Call of Duty or League of Legends, you got to be good.
No, whatever. I tried to even watch the concert at Fortnite and I couldn't figure it out.
Yeah.
So I can't imagine actually playing the game.
I tried to play video games when this whole lockdown started, and I got the headset, and a couple of our staff are really good at it, and we started patching in and going on live, and it is so hard. I quit. There's not even a path that I see to where I could get good at it.
Just enjoy it, just casual.
Like it would take 2 years of me sitting for a minimum of 2 hours a night playing fucking video games.
Probably more than 2.
Yeah, I would say to even be able to like hang, like where they would even want. They just stopped inviting me on their teams because I just die every time. And then in that period I was looking at like what was going on in that world. These streamers stream for like 5 hours a day.
Yeah.
And kids sit and watch it.
Yeah. And I think there's more kids watching, and to my friend's point, there's more kids watching the streaming than actually playing probably at this point.
I mean, and these guys get millions of views, so.
Yeah.
I never thought about like even the dorks, even the video games.
They're just
like,
too lazy to even, like that's just how pathetic this generation is.
Yeah.
They don't even want to spend the hours to be good at a sport, good at a video game. And like, are they even trying to hit the move, or they just want to watch the move?
They just want to watch the move.
Yeah. No,
so they don't even want to do the 5-second.
Yeah, there's enough people.
Oh, you mean the
moves.
TikTok?
Yeah.
Oh, I think that just like anything, like there's sort of like when they're at parties, they're like, oh yeah, you know, like this, but they never actually get it down.
Right.
They let the pros do that.
Yeah. I mean, most kids on TikTok are horrendous. Like the worst dancers I've ever seen.
But you're talking about
Yes.
the biggest ones with tens of millions of followers.
No, I mean, I'll say
They're bad dancers,
the girls are actually pretty good dancers for the most part. Gen Z men are completely useless.
But here's what's crazy about the girls. Some of the girls, like Charlie D'Amelio, knows how to dance, for real.
Yeah.
But the dances that they do that are so popular are not difficult dances. And I know there's a lot of girls, because we would give them product from Young and Reckless, we still do, that are real dancers. And like they get a little bit of love, but not the same love as
A wiggler.
a wiggler.
Yeah.
Like the dumber, the better.
What's interesting is, we're peak wiggling right now.
Yeah.
Trump hopping on Air Force One or his helicopter, I forgot.
It was Air Force One.
It was Air Force One, said he's going to, it's on my desk. I'm looking to ban it.
I just don't trust anything he says. I don't think he even knows what TikTok is still.
No, I think he knows what it is. And I think what's really funny is this is how like bad our woke commentary is.
Yeah.
The ACLU commented against banning TikTok, saying that it's illegal because it's a communication tool for Americans. We're now officially standing up for Chinese spyware.
Yeah, so the ACLU
People are
basically
just
said this is like anti-expression. You're ruining an entire generation. Like the ACLU is so absolutely wrong.
Yeah.
Do some research.
Yeah.
Like just because Trump said it,
You can't
you can't just be anti-Trump and then be woke and just make stupid ass statements. That is a dumbass statement. The ACLU is made the dumbest statement you could possibly make.
there's a lot of kids who what the funniest is because of the rally, Trump wants to ban TikTok. Okay, let's just say that's the case. Who is on TikTok? A bunch of 14-year-old kids.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think he's worried about the election from banning TikTok? And by the way, Chuck Schumer, who's a very big liberal Democrat, came out today and said, I'm with the president. You need to ban this.
Yeah, but the problem, I agree
I mean, you
that
do need to ban it. Like, I hate to say it.
TikTok absolutely needs to be banned. We've been so early on this. We've been talking about this for months. It is an absolute national security threat with the data that is being given to a foreign government with completely no supervision.
Yeah.
That's a fact. That's not debatable. It doesn't matter if you're a Republican. Doesn't matter if you're a Democrat. Here's the issue. Trump just like casually says it on the way to Air Force One with no plan.
Yeah.
And then Microsoft is sitting there like, okay, we will buy it and make it a U.S. property and relocate engineering. And then that was a story Saturday morning. By Saturday night, Trump said, no, you can't buy it either. There's just no thought out process. I agree with that.
I like the India route. Just ban it, figure it out later, right? Like ban all the Chinese apps that we feel are infiltrating American citizens. And then here's the thing. It's also, if I'm the president, I'm like, why would I throw ByteDance a cool $50 billion for their U.S. property? Fuck them.
There's actually no incentive for the U.S. government to
Let Microsoft buy
encourage Microsoft or any investors in the U.S. to pay 20, 30, 40, 50 billion, whatever the number is.
Yeah.
There's no reason.
Yeah, why?
Just shut
It's
it down.
down. It's over zero.
It's just to keep giving all the high school kids that we just explained their fun little toy.
So what's
But who even fucking cares? Those kids can't even vote.
Yeah, exactly.
Everyone that would be offended by TikTok getting removed is not old enough to vote.
Exactly. Or wasn't voting because they got to hit the whoa during their lunch break. So I'm not too worried about it. And I think the other thing that is really interesting is that everyone keeps forgetting that China has banned Google, Facebook, Twitter in China. So if you're talking about, we're entering a Cold War with China. We're in a Cold War with China. And information is the weapon now. Not missiles, not drones, not guns. It's information. And the problem is there's unsophisticated people who are just viewing it like they're trying to ruin the fun. But it's not even, like I saw so many kids talk about the TikTok ban.
Yeah.
But like, ironically, there was a party again with one of the hype Sway House kids, or I think this week or during the weekend, like a birthday party.
Yeah.
And they're all not social distancing. They're the most famous kids in the world.
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? Fuck these kids and fuck TikTok.
Yeah, they're all doing it. All those little YouTubers and whatever are partying constantly.
Yeah, Jake Paul threw some party.
Yeah. Okay, here's a bigger question. And I just want to be clear. Here's what sucks. I love TikTok. I think it's great. I would love for it to stick around.
Yeah.
That being said, I just accept the fact. It's like the same way that I love McDonald's.
Yeah.
But it's not good for you.
Yeah, exactly.
And like at some point, you got to cut it.
And you know, a Triller
But that
became
would
the
be even
number.
worse. It's like McDonald's. You love it in implanting chips.
Yeah.
Like the way people think Bill Gates is implanting
This
chips.
is actually.
This is actually chips.
I know. You're right. And that's what's funny is there's no conspiracy theory here.
Yeah, no one, because you know they're
Jesus.
too busy hitting the.
Okay, here's my bigger question.
Yeah.
This is the old guy conversation.
Yeah.
Has the new generation just gotten there's too many luxuries. Life is too easy. The reason I ask is we just heard the report from high school. Objectively, is that good or bad? I don't know. I mean, it might just be the new normal. But I think you see a lot of like the cancel stuff, people canceling the wrong things, the outrage. To me, a lot of that comes from like when you don't have any real threats, you make them up. And Trader Joe's is going to become your threat. Like, are we really, when it comes to honestly the future of the country, have we gotten too soft and there is some sort of negative backlash from where we are?
I 100% agree. And I could just tell you from my own experience as a high schooler, I played sports my entire life. Mm-hmm. I tried out for the basketball team in 9th grade and I didn't make it. Mm-hmm. Devastated. Mm-hmm. Thought I was good, but I just was too small, didn't hit puberty. I just wasn't big enough to even potentially play on the team.
Yep.
So then I turned to tennis. I never even played tennis. Mm-hmm. And I was like, okay, I'm not going to get rejected from this. So I went and played 3 hours of tennis every single day, the entire summer, to get good enough to make the team.
Yeah.
Like, failing's good.
Yeah.
That's my point.
I agree.
The fact that kids aren't even trying because they don't want to fail is a bad thing.
Yeah.
So that little lesson for myself as a 14-year-old taught me, like, hey, if you fail, the only way you're going to get to the next step is if you put the work in.
Yeah. But my belief, and once again, I feel like an old man here, but I just think it's true. It's like, then when you have difficulty with your son's health stuff, or you have difficulty at work, or you have difficulty with your marriage, it's that same acknowledgement that hard work is what it takes to get results that gets you through that. Like, I wonder if that same kid, if faced with some of those same challenges when they get older, like, do you just get divorced?
Yes.
You just quit your job?
Well, because part of one of the interesting things I see in society is that we accept everything now, right? Mm-hmm. No matter what, we are accepted. Mm-hmm. You want to have 45 kids, never get married? Oh, that's the new way of life.
Yep.
You know, that you can have 45 kids and not get married. You don't want to do this. You want to change your sex. You want to do whatever you want is accepted. Yeah. So the danger of that is that you actually don't ever feel like you have to strive for anything because whatever you do will be accepted.
Yeah.
Oh, I have mental health. You know what? I'm overweight because of genetics. Yeah. I'm this. You've now succumbed to accepting your situation as normal, no matter what. And there will be a group of people that will fight for you on social media and say you are okay, you are normal.
I mean, we've gotten to the point of people that will shit on Adele for losing weight.
I couldn't
That's
believe.
beyond saying you're okay being fat.
Yes.
That's crazy talent.
You got too fucking healthy. It's disgusting. You're going to live longer than all those other people.
Gross.
Fuck you.
Yeah, we're basically at a point in society where striving to be better is looked down upon, and it's accepting to be below the median in whatever aspect. You're okay. Don't worry. You're below average in X. That's fine.
And that's dangerous to me because I'll tell you what, China's not operating by those.
But you know how much more dangerous it is? It's like when we talk about inequality, guess what? There's always going to be that small portion of the population that's like, nope, I'm going to be the best.
Yes.
And they're going to keep...
Totally.
The type
that's what's happening.
Unfortunately, the type...
Zuckerberg wants a participation trophy?
No, the type A personalities, men or women, are just going to clean the fuck up because there's less competition.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really interesting. I just, like I said, not to... I don't want it to be the like bitter approach, but to me, look, I don't give a shit what anyone does with their life. You want to go wiggle your dick, you want to watch other people do it or whatever. Good for you.
Yeah.
I just worry legitimately long term because our competitors as like China is not operating under those same rules.
No.
And they have a very different culture.
India's not operating in those rules too.
I mean, most people aren't.
Yeah.
And that's the worry is like longer term, does America...
No, we're Europe. So Europe is basically what
country
America,
full of wigglers.
Yeah,
I mean a region full of wigglers.
Europe was basically where America is starting 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Like right now, we're turning into Europe, where we're okay with 50% unemployment for people between the ages of 21 and 30, because that's the reality. That's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And then you're going to have an entire generation left behind, and you're going to have like this like pseudo oligarch economy, right?
Yeah,
like if you're, I mean, look at the gains of the stock market. It's really like it's one sector, and it's really five companies.
Yes, 5 companies. Yeah. But look at like the one thing that we have that Europe doesn't is fucking entitlement through the roof.
No, Europeans, they were the original monarch.
No, think about it. In Europe,
But aren't they just
take
okay?
a fucking nap from like 2
But aren't
to
they
5.
okay with
You
that?
can't get a sandwich.
But we do that, and then we like wonder why we aren't famous on Instagram.
Yeah, I mean, I would say depends on what part of Europe you're talking about. Spain, maybe France, things like that. But like, there was a big part of Europe ran the world for a very, very long time, and they were entitled. They got lazy. And then America came and kicked their ass.
So as much shit as we want to talk about the wigglers, they're sitting there in the house creating dances all fucking day, creating content.
Yeah.
The girls and the guys.
Yeah.
And the people that are watching them are just lazy. They're the ones actually working.
Yeah.
Like if you just put it in a silo, like I'm sure they're sitting there all day like, okay, we need 6 videos today. What should we do?
Yeah.
Right?
I've been to the Sway House, and there's a whiteboard of like what their whole day is.
Yes.
Like videos, dramas coming to visit.
Yeah.
30 minutes.
Push-ups.
Be prepared, look good, smile. 30 minutes.
Sit-ups, push-ups.
Yeah.
Wiggle.
So the point is they're the elite of this generation.
Yeah.
So they're putting in the work.
Yeah, they're the Navy SEAls.
Yeah.
They're LeBron James.
They're the Rhodes Scholars.
Oh my God. Yeah. I'm
And
curious.
then the average high school kid just like sitting there like drinking Mountain Dew, like, oh, that's a great dance.
Yeah.
I mean, you feel it in the workplace. How many kids will just walk away from a good paying job to pursue nothing?
Yeah,
to pursue nothing. Where are you going?
Like, I think all these protests, and I think there's a part of the protests and stuff that was so amazing and so like a bright future. This is America. So amazing. But damn it, there's been a lot since that just feels like, fuck, man, this isn't an excuse for everyone to say that they've been done wrong or to go after Trader Joe's.
Or
like,
do things you don't want to do.
Yeah.
Like, so I remember my first job was investment banking. So the programs, you have to do it for 2 years, and then everyone kind of chooses what path they want to do.
Yeah.
After year 1, it's miserable. Everyone hates it. But no one quit when I was doing it because it's like shameful to quit. We all hated it, but it's like you don't want to be the guy that quit. So we all stuck through the 2 years. I feel like now everyone would be like, quit.
Fuck it. Not only would they quit, they'd be like, he assaulted me. Yeah. I quit, you're racist. You let me quit. Fuck you. I don't know. It just seems, it's something interesting to watch. And like I said, I do, when I say stuff like this, I feel like my grandparents, when I was younger, but I don't think it's that. I think there's this weird change happening. And we'll see. But my question is, so here's a topic in the news. Do you think that is what's happening over at the Ellen show? Or do you think Ellen's a fucking monster? Because it sounds like she's a dick.
I think Ellen's the scariest person I've ever.
She might be.
Yeah.
I hate to jump on that side after that rant, but I think she's a phony. I think she's on there like, just be kind to each other, just be kind. And cut. Fuck you. What was that?
Yeah, I think what happened with Ellen is, I bet you Ellen 20 years ago when she had her television show and started the talk show, she was like this sweet like woman that like America fell in love with. She became very wealthy. She became very powerful. And I think shit went crazy. Yeah. The problem when you become successful in entertainment, for example, the people around you are enablers. Yeah. They're complicit in your fuckery. And you look at what the complaints. So Brad Garrett, who's a very famous actor, and Leah Thompson, another famous actor, went in on Ellen and said she mistreats her staff. And then one of the things, and apparently it got really crazy with her producers and people that work for him, like the way the company was ran, sexual misconduct. I mean, your buffet of the worst things that can happen.
It's the buffet of like a Hollywood production set.
Yeah, and like, so I mean, I think with Ellen, she's from that old era of Hollywood, which is where if you're the star or you're the power broker, we've heard all the Michael Bay and like all these other weird Bryan Singer, all these people like that Hollywood era is scary.
Yeah. I also think that when you are so known for doing good,
Yeah.
and you're this portrait of gay rights, and like I think it's really easy to lose your fucking mind.
Yeah.
And just not even be like, don't even look at anyone as equals anymore.
No. I mean, she's made, I can't even imagine how much money she has. Hundreds of millions of dollars.
So now apparently she's threatening, or apparently, this is all kind of hearsay, but the network is thinking about pulling her show. She's thinking about quitting. It's this whole mess. And obviously the whole staff is freaking out because what the hell are they going to do? I don't know. I wasn't really that informed on it, but I watched a couple of YouTube videos about it last night. And I'm just curious on this one because this one, I don't know. I do think there's an element here to where, like, I'm not saying you can't, but it is really sketchy to be a fucking asshole in 2020. Like, you can get your shit taken away.
Yeah, so I think what Dee was alluding to is she comes from an era where all that behavior was accepted and okay.
And how you got things done.
Yeah, it's so like,
you know?
I know people think the show Entourage is hyperbole, but it really isn't.
Yeah.
That's kind of what Hollywood has been.
Totally.
From all the stories we've heard individually, personally, from people that are in the business, like being an asshole is how you get things done. Being misogynistic, demeaning, shitting on your assistant, throwing cell phones at your assistant is not hyperbole. That happens. That is a
It's
fact.
like part of the job. Like, it almost seems like, for at least, like, even not that I got a cell phone thrown at me back when I was an assistant, but like even as early as I moved to Hollywood, it seemed almost like if you weren't doing that to assistants or to like juniors, you were training them wrong.
I mean, we know a person we all know that beat the shit out of his assistant.
Yeah, for real. But I remember hearing those stories at the time or right after, and I was like, yeah, I mean, you know, a little aggressive.
Yeah.
But that's how you train an assistant.
Cell phone was light compared to what we've heard.
Yes.
Entourage is light compared to some of the stories we've heard.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think there's a part of Ellen deeply that doesn't think she did anything. If this is true, let's just say, she thinks like that's show business.
And I mean, look, if I'm Ellen, I look at my contract, look at my situation, quietly exit and just be rich.
Yeah.
Who cares? Because the more you put yourself out there.
Agreed.
Yeah, the more you try to fight it, you're going to lose because it's a new era.
Yeah, and so the rumor is that she doesn't want to do the show anymore. She backtracked on that. Then they said James Corden would take over her spot. I mean, my question is like, who the fuck is watching Ellen?
Moms, right?
Yeah, but like moms have better choices now. I understand.
But isn't it a hit show?
What?
Isn't it a super hit?
I'm sure it's still being watched.
You think it won't be missed? What are you saying?
I definitely don't think it'll be missed. I think there's so much more intriguing content for that demographic.
I agree, but I think people just get in their habit. Like, oh, just check in with Ellen. Like, she becomes a part of your
3 o'clock.
Yeah,
weekdays.
let's see. Be kind.
Yeah.
See who she's giving stuff away to.
And let's see her dance.
Let's see her fucking dance.
Yeah.
I think, but look, at the same time, I think if you did find a star, she could be replaced.
So, like, what does so Ellen's probably the 40 to 50-year-old mom?
Yeah.
Right? So, like, the 40 to 50-year-old dad's watching Portnoy today. What's the 40 to 50-year-old mom watching?
Do you think the 40 or 50-year-old dad's watching Portnoy? I think it's a little younger.
Younger?
I think it's the new dad is watching.
35?
Yeah.
35,
Okay, fine.
40.
What's a 35-year-old mom watching? That's not in the coast. Portnoy's dominating.
The Real or whatever? Like that type of shit?
I mean, there's so much content now.
No, I'm curious. I actually don't know.
I
I
think
know
they're-
what males are watching.
I think they're on the streaming and they can just pick whatever you want.
So there's picking Netflix and doing that.
just watching the same thing. I don't think even.
But there's no like live content. Portnoy's live. Ellen was live.
I mean, people
right?
are still watching
I'm sure
those
they have.
daytime talk shows. They're still on.
Like a youngish
Dr.
mom.
Phil, still going on.
What's Haley watch?
Nothing. Literally nothing. She won't even watch anything I'm watching.
Haley's not a good example. We
Yeah.
need like Haley, but in like Minnesota.
Yeah. Minnesota Haley.
Yeah.
Minnesota Haley.
Okay, well, that's another thing maybe we can survey.
Yeah.
So I'm sure we have a lot of
30-something year old.
Okay, we know
30-something
30
moms.
plus old males, married, single, not, are watching Barstool.
yes. So
Fact.
what are their wives watching?
Or Joe Rogan.
Or Joe
Joe
Rogan.
Rogan.
Barstool or Joe Rogan. That's what the males are watching.
Okay, so let us know that, listeners, because we got great feedback on the high school thing. Okay, next up, I'll tell you what they might be watching. Fucking Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
She sold, what is this number? I thought the number was like 700,000.
Yeah.
What's this 2 million number first week?
2 million copies the first week for her Folklore album.
So she's the biggest thing ever in the world ever.
1.3 million copies were sold in the first 24 hours. I mean, this is just massive.
Globally, right?
I thought she was like on the way down. I thought her last album sucked. I
It
thought everyone
did.
was over
This
her.
album is phenomenal. I
listened to
literally
it, huh?
listened to it again this morning. It's really good.
So you think people are just, they're here for it if the music's right?
Yeah, I mean, she has a big enough core fan base. If you actually put out something good, that it will resonate. So I started thinking, I'm like, who else could potentially do this? To me, it's only Adele.
Well, Ariana Grande, because Anthony just sent us a tweet that she was the biggest on-demand streaming debut
of this year.
Of this year.
Or was that last
year? Or no, I think it's the biggest ever. Because obviously the newest is always going to be the biggest.
Yeah, so Ariana Grande is the biggest ever. So Ariana Grande, I don't know if she has an album coming out this year, but to beat Taylor Swift this year, I would say Adele would be the only one.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't think a male can.
Drake's definitely not. I know that's everyone's conversation.
No.
He's not beating that.
No. I mean, it would have to be like, I don't know if there's a male artist that like everybody would listen to.
No.
I would say Drake is the closest.
Drake's the biggest male artist.
Period, right?
Yeah. Yeah, there's no one.
There's no one.
I think Taylor Swift perfectly gets the whatever the female version of the wiggle dicks are.
Yeah.
And then wiggle tits.
And then if it's good enough,
Minnesota Haley.
Yeah.
She gets everyone.
She gets the
real Haley.
WeHo D.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Okay.
I mean, I've streamed that full album, no joke, 10 times.
Does Dom like it?
Yeah, he doesn't mind it. He'll tell me if he doesn't like something.
It's good. It's upbeat. You know, I can see Dom just dancing around.
Yeah. He's not dancing to it.
He's not.
No. He's
Really?
very particular what he dances to.
Wow.
It's got to be
Jason
like
Derulo?
a real... He likes Savage Love.
Do you dance to that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Savage Love is in there. He likes Rose's remix.
That's good. That's a good one to dance to. Okay, next up, another big win for your people. Mm-hmm. You guys are just geniuses, huh? Mm-hmm. You know what you don't hear in the news? 2 white dudes discovered these Indian schoolgirls found an asteroid moving towards Earth. Yeah. So first question is this something we got to worry about? Like, is this 2020? What are we looking at?
This is like a million years away.
Okay, good.
Like literally in a million years.
So you're telling me these 2 schoolgirls spotted something a million years away?
Yeah, so they're part of a program in India and Gujarat that has partnered with NASA on, high school students being able to access equipment and just kind of learn. These are 10th graders. So this really, to me, discredits NASA, SpaceX, all these people that get paid all this money.
Yeah.
When 2 girls in a third world country discover shit before professionals do.
Yeah.
It's the same. It goes to the same thing where a 17-year-old kid is behind all the Twitter hacks in fucking Tampa, Florida.
I know.
That
I
was
thought Tampa,
amazing.
Florida, they were doing nothing but like meth and fist fights.
So not to jump to that topic, like the fact that American prosecutors are trying to put this kid in jail, he should be paid millions of dollars to help cybersecurity in the U.S.
Yeah, the key to it is he's probably at a very, because of his age, there's like a mental challenge. I mean, when you're
train him.
Yeah.
You know
You
what
think the
China would
government
do?
gives a shit?
China
Yeah.
would be
Yeah.
like, boom, academy.
Yeah.
Let's go. Here are the 5 best therapists, 5 best.
Yeah, I agree. When I
trainers.
saw that, I was like, we have a genius on our team finally.
Yes.
From Tampa?
Tampa.
Who would have? You want to talk about a diamond in the fucking rough?
So that's the point. Like all this, like let's leave Silicon Valley to find talent. We found him.
Yeah, he's
Found
it.
him. He's in the fucking marshes of Tampa.
He might have been one of those kids who's like, I'm not good at high school. I'm never going to college. Fuck this.
Yeah, I'm not going to Stanford. I'm not going to be able to be at Google. I'm not creating the next Uber. But what I can do is
Teach you a lesson.
hack Barack Obama and Elon Musk's Twitter.
Fuck you guys and collect a few Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Doesn't like Apple and all these people have these like just always going bounties for if you can hack into something, they'll give you $1 million.
I know
or something?
Google has definitely hired people like him, but this guy obviously committed like federal crimes.
Doesn't
But I think
matter.
Apple
Like-
has like at all times, if you can hack into our thing, we will
Yeah.
give you X.
And Twitter, like this was like if the 17-year-old was able to figure it out, I'm sure he's a genius. So I'm not going to discredit his capabilities.
True.
He's
I see where you're
probably
going.
a genius. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, pay the guy.
Jack Dorsey should
guy.
pay for his defense and put him head of security.
There should be no defense. I'm sorry. You got to grab this guy.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, like
To me,
slap the wrist, say no.
To me, he's
Just
the
be like, slap the wrist. Sorry, you're getting $5 million a year. You're going to help the U.S. government.
Yes.
Yeah,
and don't do that shit anymore.
And to me, it's the equivalent of a 15-year-old, gymnastic prodigy.
Sure.
That the country then pays for to make sure that kid is housed and she
And
is
think
protected.
about it was $120,000.
It's nothing.
Like, U.S. government, go reimburse every fucking idiot that sent him Bitcoin.
Yeah,
Jared
you gotta do
Kushner
that.
stole more yesterday.
Yeah.
If this kid gets treated like just a regular
We
criminal.
gave $760 million to a fake pharmaceutical company, Kodak.
Yeah. Gosh, man. Yeah. But this is what's going to happen. Like, obviously, this kid isn't sitting watching Twitch streams all day. So I think you're just going to have like all the kids that are doing that. And then the secret little kid in his fucking basement just hacking Barack Obama.
Let me tell you who's not wiggling. That kid.
That fucking kid or these two girls in India.
Yeah.
They don't even know what TikTok is. They're discovering fucking asteroids. Jesus. Okay. So just listen, if you're young or if you're a parent to young children, just remember that while you're twitching and wiggling your dicks and tits, someone's out there discovering asteroids a million miles away.
Ironically,
and
the
hacking Barack Obama.
17-year-old hacker kid does have a wiggle haircut.
He does. I saw that.
Oh yeah, but he looks crazy.
That's why I'm saying, like, you
Get
might
him
want to do a
mental
mental check on him.
No, get him mental health.
Yeah.
He's 17. He's
still
not
fixable?
Yeah, of
He's
course.
fixable for sure. Just whatever. He probably just has been watching conspiracy theory videos in his fucking basement. Okay, and then here's my other question, just quickly in politic land. We're getting closer and closer to the election.
Yeah.
Sleepy Joe's still in the basement. Any idea who his running mate is going to be? I heard he said, like, I promise it'll be a woman or something.
Yeah.
He said that 4 or 5 months ago.
So who is it?
And I think he's even come out and said it has to be an ethnic woman.
Why?
Which,
That's so stupid.
Which essentially means you have to be a black woman.
But like, what? Do you want to talk about
Kamala
pandering?
Harris.
Half black.
Yeah.
So the
Kamala
leaders,
Harris.
the leaders based on polling are shockingly Kamala Harris and Elizabeth Warren is still at the top there, but she's obviously not going to get selected. I don't even think she's even considering it either. And then there's Susan Rice, who worked, I think was National Security Advisor under Obama. And then Karen Bass, who's a local congressman. But she had some crazy comments come out about Castro and Scientology in the last kind of week. So I think that's not...
I'm telling you, they might lose because of all that shit.
Yeah, I mean, Kamala Harris is probably the safest bet because... But the problem is she's Californian. I don't know how she plays in the Midwest. Like, you need to go
And she's a little wokish.
Yeah. But
a little too wokish.
She's still young. Like, she has a long political career ahead of her. So curious to see who they actually pick. But, I mean, you have to pick soon. My guess is someone's going to get picked in the next, week.
I just don't know which videos are real of Biden and which aren't.
See now ones?
It's just like...
You mean because they edit them?
Because there was one with him wearing sunglasses and walking out of a venue and he had no idea where he was.
Yeah.
And I was like, is this real? Is this
I've
fake?
seen some
Is this
bad ones that I
doctored?
don't think could be doctored. And even when you just hear what he says and you really listen to what he's saying, it makes no sense. Yeah. Also, this is the type of bullshit that I don't like. Not that I don't think anyone shouldn't have a shot, but don't come out months in advance and say it's going to be a woman of color.
Yeah.
You're just trying to fucking be woke.
Yeah.
When I'm going to pick the best person possible for the job.
Yeah, that's the thing I think that gets lost. Because I think Ben Horowitz has done the best job of inclusion in his own business circles and the way they invest. And he makes the point that you don't set quotas. You just expand the talent pool of where you're looking to find people. And he's like, if you expand the talent pool, you're automatically going to be more diverse.
Yep.
Because you're going to see people from different backgrounds that are like, oh, they're talented. They're seeing things from a different lens.
Yep.
And instead of just saying, I need a black woman as my vice president, you just expand the talent pool. Go look at more black women.
Yep.
Go look at more white men. Whatever. Expand the talent pool and find the best candidate.
Yep.
Don't fit a quota.
I'm picking the Tampa team.
Yeah, get the two Indian girls.
Yeah. They're not even American.
Doesn't even matter, man.
The Tampa teen, at least, he can fight China.
That's true.
He's our only hope.
Yeah. Okay, well, we'll
he's
see,
gonna
man.
He's going to be kidnapped by the Chinese, and President Xi's going to have him.
He's going to
For
set him up
sure.
with a supermodel Chinese woman.
For sure. They won't even have to kidnap him. They'll be like, hey, do you want this to be your girlfriend and this to be your salary? And he'll be like, see you later.
Yeah.
Fuck America. That's what worries me, man, is leading up to the election. Like, I think the biggest fear is already the Chaz Chop outrage, blah, blah, blah. And man, if Republicans play it right and scare everyone that we're going to turn into a Fidel Castro, freaking socialists, whatever.
It's being teed up so easy for Biden to win.
Yeah.
And the fact that I think today it would be a landslide, but I'm not sure in 3 months is kind of crazy.
I know.
Like unemployment, it stops, right? This is the last week?
It stopped.
Yeah, it's
over.
done. So you have 4 weeks minimum of people that were getting $600 a month. That's gone.
Yep. Okay. We'll see what happens. I got a big shocker for you guys. These Ghislaine Maxwell documents were released. Doesn't seem like anything too revolutionary. It just seems more like confirmation of what the stories already were. But one of the confirmations of the stories that already were was that Bill Clinton apparently was indeed on Pedo Island.
Yes.
So that's what there was eyewitness accounts, but these are the documents of those accounts. So we had heard that before, but this is the actual documents. I mean, look, the guy flew on the plane 20-something times.
Yeah.
I'm sure he fucking just loved that island. Yeah. I'm sure the way we love a good trip to Palm Springs. You know what I mean? It's like when we look forward to Coachella, where we get in a house, he's like, what bungalow am I staying in? It's springtime.
It's springtime.
Why is he in every article? It's Epstein, Bill Clinton. That's it.
I think he's gonna be the one.
I think it's still Prince Andrew.
He's definitely the one.
He's definitely going down.
Yeah.
The only thing he has protecting him is he is royalty, and no matter what anyone says, those people still have mega clout.
Yep.
Bill Clinton's a former president, so I think it's tough to take him down.
Yeah.
Really tough. He was at...
He's got so much dirt on so many people, so it's like, if you're taking me down, I'm burning down the system with it, right?
True. But don't you think...
Tim Dillon, he's a comedian?
Yeah.
Did you see his tweet?
No.
It's so bad.
What's it say?
Trump is reportedly banning TikTok. So if you want to watch 16-year-olds dance, you have to get on a plane with Bill Clinton.
Oh,
Jesus
man.
Christ.
It's a good joke.
Yeah.
Damn it. Yeah, I don't know. You're right. I mean, it's not like he's going to do jail time, but...
Yeah, it's really, I don't know what the laws are on trying to jail a former president.
It's pretty tough. And that's what Trump's going to negotiate on his way out. When he tries to not leave office, just make sure I'm not in jail.
Yeah. I mean, I think then the pool of people that can potentially go down is,
So is it confirmed that Epstein only was the guy for underage women? Underage girls?
Say it again.
Meaning he was the handler only if you wanted underage girls.
It's
as opposed to not if you wanted of age girls?
Yes.
No, I think he just had girls.
Yeah.
I think he had girls. He just had a taste for underage ones. I think some of the girls were 18.
And then he just found a niche of billionaires that preferred underage girls.
That's
why I'm kind of confused.
I don't think he found. No, I think he knew what he was doing. He was like, if I have underage girls here, I can hold. It's like ransom.
Yeah, because they weren't 12.
Right. It was could be 18.
The cusp.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's okay, but I'm just saying if you're an old, rich, or billionaire, whatever, the difference between 15 and 18 looks like what?
Or 20 and 17. Whatever,
Yeah. So I think he had a creepy taste for really young girls, and so did these guys. But really, if they were all 18, would they have been turned off? I don't think so. I think it was just part of the package, and that was his
So you
taste.
think he was kind of getting one past them? So these billionaires were like, young girls, great. And then afterwards, guess what? She's 16.
Yes.
I own you.
And I think they kind of knew. I think they were like, yeah, they're really young.
Yeah.
That Epstein's, he likes them young.
Yeah.
But if you're the type of dude that's going to hop on the plane and go, you're not asking for IDs.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Yeah.
I don't think you knew that you were going there because you love to have sex with young girls. I don't think that was the case.
And where was the island again?
Caribbean somewhere?
Yeah.
They're
Little
under
St.
different
James.
jurisdictions. So
Puerto
like
Rico.
the point is like those are different laws. Like for example, in New Jersey, an adult can sleep with someone, I think 17 or 16, and that's not statutory rape.
Yeah.
In New Jersey.
Yeah. I don't know the laws there, but the thing is, he did it in Florida and New York too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying even if Bill Clinton is caught in one of these Caribbean islands and he didn't do it in Florida, he actually can't go to jail for it.
But you know, what's the age? Do you know the age?
I don't know the age.
Different
but I'm saying-
That's what I'm
countries.
saying.
Different
I mean,
countries.
even in Europe, there's places where it's just.
Yeah. Okay.
Well,
We'll see.
what's happening is
Maybe that was the key. Maybe that was the hack. You just.
in conspiracy land to bring
Yeah.
it full circle.
Thank you.
In Pizzagate talk,
Yes.
Ellen is part of that discussion, and
yeah.
now mysteriously Ellen is now potentially gone.
Bowing down.
She's part of it in what context?
She's
They're procuring.
yeah, she's part of
There is a ring of celebrities and really wealthy people that love to trade in young people for sex.
Yes.
And Ellen is part of the trafficking.
Ellen's part
She's
of
one of the bosses.
yeah.
Yeah. And who knows? Maybe she does some lesbian underage stuff. I don't know. In the conspiracy.
In the conspiracy. And Tom Hanks, who's always mentioned in it,
Yeah.
apparently became like a Greek citizen over the weekend, which now has caused everyone was like, what the fuck? So and then all of a sudden,
Oprah's
Bill
in.
Clinton, if you are in deep conspiracy land,
Yep.
if you're a believer of those things, there's a lot of boxes that are being checked to reaffirm your madness.
Yeah, I think this virus was like the best or worst, depending on how you look at it, thing that could have happened to a conspiracy-minded person.
Yes.
Because it just unlocks like so much potential.
So Tom Hanks, oh my God. So Tom Hanks was diagnosed with the coronavirus the day the country shut down.
Yes.
So now he's on a yacht in Greece and he just made citizenship.
Yes. That's why
In
conspiracy
Greece.
land's like,
His life looks great.
He's the king.
Oh man, how did Tom get pulled in? That seems like such a great guy.
Why is he in Greece on a yacht?
Also, a
I
good
mean,
point.
America shut down. Why
I mean,
wouldn't he be?
you gotta have some self-control, Forrest.
No, you don't. Not if you're Forrest.
Their yacht looks sick.
I'm sure it is.
Sure.
Okay. All right. Well, let's try to slowly chip away at our yacht and run some ads. What are we gonna do with Pete gone?
Maybe no ads.
I don't know. Yeah, Pete.
Tim,
Is there any ads?
No, they recorded
There's ads
something.
that happen.
Oh, they're just the recorded ones?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay. No Pete this time, but we got a couple ads. We're trying to get ourselves a yacht and some Greek citizenship. And we're back. Wish us luck. That just paid for the toilet paper on the yacht. What's up? What's the update on Trader Joe's? We talked about it earlier, but the outrage. Are they changing their products names or what are they doing?
we want to be clear. We disagree that any of these labels are racist.
Fuck yeah.
We do not make decisions based on petitions.
Fuck you.
Trader Joe's and Trader Ming's will continue.
Here to stay.
Trader Jose, come on board with us.
Come
That's
on
the beer,
over.
right? That's their Corona beer, Trader Jose.
Is it?
Is it?
I just made that up. I had no idea.
That's
They have a
amazing.
Jose beer for sure.
That's good.
Arabian Joe's, Armenian Joe.
Fuck those guys, man. I mean, look, you gotta put your foot down. If it's not racist, fuck them.
Yeah.
Guess what I saw outside the Trader's next to me? A line.
Yeah.
Guess who cared about Trader Ming's? Not one of those people.
Yeah.
No one in the world.
I mean, anything good has a line. Even Sonny texted me. He's like, man, Chick-fil-A is so good. I don't really care what they say.
Yeah, that's how everyone is.
Woke is so fake. Woke is for Twitter,
Woke is
not
just
for
weak.
action.
They're
Yes.
just weak. They don't get anything actually done.
It's great for social media. All the brands that
problem
were
is
potentially canceled. I think celebrities can get hurt by getting cut off production sets
Yes.
but the brands can't.
Celebrities can get cut because if you're Disney and you're casted a actor or actress that is causing problems, why take the risk? You're better off just there's unlimited number of people you can repurpose the position for.
Yeah, people are going to see Spider-Man. They don't give a fuck who Spider-Man
Yeah,
is.
I don't even know who plays Spider-Man.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was Tobey Maguire. I guess. That was
Yeah,
a
I
decade
mean that's
ago.
the last time I saw Spider-Man was Toby.
Yeah, I agree. Well, you know what? I just think the first thing that has to happen is brands and businesses have to stop caving so easily.
Yeah.
Because then it just becomes fun. Like if you're a loser with nothing else going for yourself and You're in the basement. You just got off hour 10 at Twitch viewing. And you're like, and you can think that you had a part in making Trader Joe's change their shit. Of course you're going to do that.
Yeah, why
not? It's fun.
Yeah.
It's more impact than you've had on the world all day.
Yeah, ever.
Go back to being lazy and watching people hit 3-second dance moves.
Yeah, you fucking asshole. Anyway, okay, good. Well, good win for we'll call them the sleepers, I guess. And then I saw that Rupert Murdoch's son, straight out of an episode of Succession.
Exactly.
Stepped down off the board. But some of the reports are saying that in the 2020 version of Succession, that he stepped down because he's a wokey and they're not wokey enough.
So James Murdoch, son of Rupert,
are these kids out here?
Yeah,
they're everywhere.
Aren't they out like in the party scene and stuff?
No, that's another Murdoch, I think.
But so none of these Murdochs are.
No, these are pretty buttoned up.
You don't see them at like Burning Man and stuff.
Maybe.
No, they're probably with the Epstein crew.
Oh, they're higher level. Yeah.
But they own Fox News. They own. They're a media powerhouse. What else do they own here? They own pretty much a lot of television stations and networks, the Fox Group, all that stuff. His son quit. And he's apparently the liberal of the family. And the issue that kind of caused the jump was actually climate change. It was not the sexual assault or racism. It was like, you know what? This is where I draw the line.
Yeah. Sexual assault, racism, that's called building a business. Yeah. Climate change, whoa.
Yeah, that actually affects me and my kids.
No. Oh, man. I wonder, it seems reliable. Obviously, we don't have any facts here, but... So what's this guy do? He just goes and lives off of the money from the empire?
Yeah,
and
just billions, and he'll be with Tom in Greece.
If you're so woke, forfeit the money, guy.
Yeah.
And you know what's bad for climate change? Private jets and...
Yachts.
Let's see how woke you are.
Yeah.
Why doesn't he just go start a YouTube page? Woke media.
Or just quietly leave.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, what are you gonna do then? Are you gonna go start something with all your money?
Let's give him a year to figure it out. If
start a
YouTube
news show and say, hey, look at me.
If in 1 year he doesn't have anything going, I'm down to bash him again.
Okay.
But right now, I'm gonna give him the benefits of doubt.
Well, it just seems like I don't know. You can't. It's not right to live off the riches of something you don't support if you don't support it.
Okay.
Blood money. Heating up the universe.
$1 Rupert Murdoch is a scary guy.
Yeah.
An Australian born has basically dictated American politics for the last decade.
Well, more.
Yeah.
Decades.
Yeah, that's great. Okay. What's this article too about the plans? We've talked about all these pivots and all these things going on with Corona, but one thing is all these like fancy schmancy hotels like Chateau Marmont here in LA. There's this strategy to change them into like personal like residences or?
No, they actually, Andre Balassis, who owns Chateau Marmont, Chiltern Firehouse in London, and just a hotelier for many years, is obviously travel is screwed. Yeah. People are trying to reinvent their business model. Mm-hmm. My guess is a place like Chateau Marmont is so iconic. It can be busy, filled with locals, if positioned correctly. Yeah. So he wants to make it a members-only club.
God.
And give people access to the property.
But would you go in the rooms?
Well, you could treat it like a timeshare where you do that's the idea, right? And so there are properties all over the world. He has the clientele. If there was a Chateau Marmont membership, every wealthy person in the city would get a membership.
Same with like Beverly Hills Hotel.
Yeah.
If you were to say you get access to that pool and the restaurant down there, people would pay for that.
Yeah, except the owner of Beverly Hills Hotel is richer beyond belief, so he doesn't care. Yeah. Whereas Andre Balassis probably needs the money to keep Chateau Marmont alive. Beverly Hills Hotel was like boycotted for 5 years and didn't affect
no one cared. They're still busy.
Yeah, tough to get slammed. You want to go get that McCarthy salad, you got to wait in line.
Yeah, I forgot it was boycotted.
Yeah. But I think I like the idea. The reason why I put it in is like, whatever business you're in, you have to rethink, right?
Big
like
time.
Chateau Marmont still is it's an important piece of property in this city. Yeah. If you just left it as a hotel waiting on tourism or or the Oscar events. They lost their entire event business. That was probably one of the hottest hotels for events.
Yeah.
The hottest place to throw
Isn't
a party.
that where you went to your Jay-Z party? Was it Chateau?
Chateau, yeah.
Chateau has every
You're
Oscar.
very familiar.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the events that I go to are
By the
usually-
way, the staff there are a bunch of cunts, but like on another level.
I think that's part of the experience.
It's just the worst. Like they're the rudest people you've ever met.
I think that's part of the thing. I think it's like supreme
the guy
for
in
rich
the
people.
front is rude.
They want to make
they're
sure everyone's
fucking
good on the
assholes.
property, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's like Supreme, but for really rich people.
It is like supreme.
Like you want to be like, oh yeah, I'm an asshole too.
They're like, your table's not ready. The whole place is empty.
yeah, no, that's part of the experience.
Yeah, it's 5:30 dinner.
Yeah, no, you pay for that. Yeah. I don't know if I told you guys this or not, but I think we're far enough out now. I can tell the story. At that party at Chateau, we were dancing, having a good time, whatever. And there was this like kind of smaller white guy beside me dancing and
Jeffrey
whatever. No. And I was like, oh, who is this guy? Like, is this someone's manager? So he looks like a manager. And dancing. Yeah. It was freaking Jack Dorsey.
Wow.
By himself.
He's that small.
Just tearing up the dance floor. Yeah, he's not a big guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, just funny story
No
to
bay,
learn
no nothing.
about. No bay, just dancing the
by
night away.
himself.
Yeah. Well, he might have not been by himself, like for real, but he was on the dance floor by himself, just having the time of his life.
What kind of moves has he got?
White ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. Real white tech guy, you know?
I can only imagine those moves.
Yeah. But I wanted to tell that story, but I just wanted to wait.
Wait till there's never going to be another party ever again.
No,
anyways.
so
It
it's
doesn't
fine.
matter.
Yeah, that's my first and last. Anyway, yeah, I agree. Well, look, I think in a place like LA, New York, that stuff could definitely work. I mean, there's a way to do it, but I agree. Like, if your business is affected, which most are, this is the time to see what you got as far as a pivot goes.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's really interesting. Like, when we do get back to some level of normal or what new normal, year, however long that is, like, I think this will fundamentally change so many businesses.
Yes.
You know, like a business will, in a lot of cases, will just look different. Like what the Chateau Marmont is used for in 3 years will probably be fundamentally different.
And that's why I like that he's thinking like this, because this is how every business owner needs to be thinking, is like, you know, that people still want to go to the Chateau. It's a sick venue.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful place. It has so much history to it. People will always want to go down there. And if you made it more welcoming for locals, or you made it a members club, or you did whatever, all of a sudden it becomes utilized.
I agree.
And it's a different experience.
And what if that ends up being more profitable and 3 years from now you have half hotel, half members only?
Yeah,
That
exactly.
place was pretty much a members only club anyway.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
Yeah. Now just charge for it.
Yeah, just own it.
Yeah.
Okay. Another question too. We saw last week in the earnings calls, you know, the big five, big four, whatever, tech companies really exploded. One of the big things I think stuck out was Apple's stock split. Can you guys explain what that even is and what that strategy is?
The strategy is that the average Joe investor thinks if the price of a stock is cheaper,
Yep.
the stock is cheap.
Oh, it's not?
So, so Apple, who has a $400 plus stock,
Yep.
did a 4-for-1 stock split. All they did was
Is that really the reason?
Yes.
It's literally like pricing something $29.99 instead
yes,
of $30.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
because they know the average investor has no idea price to earnings ratio, earnings,
Market
revenue,
cap.
multiple, none of that. They're
You can
just
do
like
fractional shares on your fucking Robinhood.
people will always tell me, "Oh, the stock is cheap, is $8." There's $8 stocks that are overvalued.
Of course.
I'm gonna be honest. I didn't realize that was the strategy.
That's all the
I
strategy.
thought there was like I knew that like
No,
I
it's just
thought it was-
basically to attract retail investors,
'Cause-
so that they're too dumb to not realize the market capitalization of a company is shares outstanding times price.
Yeah.
You issue more shares, you can lower the price. You want the price to be higher, get rid
Like
of the shares.
if Jeff Bezos just did, he obviously doesn't care what anyone does. He's like on his own mission, and his stock is $3,000+.
Yeah.
If he did a 30-to-1 split, his stock would probably value double, because people are out there like, I can't afford Amazon stock. It's
So
too
if you go
expensive.
on Robinhood and you search Amazon, Robinhood prompts you saying you can buy $1 of Amazon, because
Yeah.
the initial Robinhood investor is going to be intimidated by the $3,000
Yeah.
sticker price.
Yeah.
You're right.
It's branding.
Damn, you learn something new every day here on group chat.
Yeah.
Because I thought for sure there was a
something
more
else?
like
No.
corporate.
No,
like,
it's literally like, let's make the stock cheap enough. So the guy that buys Apple,
It's not for institutional investors. It's for retail investors that are too dumb to do homework, but still want to think that they're.
is there any downside for institutional? Like
No.
that they
What
have
do
to
they
buy
care?
more if they
Because
want
they're
to do
like,
more?
fuck it. Apple's going to be $2 trillion.
yeah.
in 2
And by the
years.
way, it's at 1.8 trillion. It'll be 2 trillion by Thursday. At
That's
this
great.
point,
Well, good for them, man. That's gonna work.
yeah.
I mean, Robinhood is gonna be popping off. It
Oh,
already
yeah.
is.
Do you know how many kids are going to be TikToking saying Apple's only $60?
Yeah, like who cares? TikTok went down, but Apple's only $60. Okay. All right. Well, shit. And then last but not least, we have some charts that illustrate the economic trends in the U.S. Since the pandemic.
Yeah.
Anything that we should share? Any big shockers?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a lot of big shockers. So restaurant bookings have steadily, over the last couple of weeks, been down 60% from last year. So the big in V-shaped recovery on restaurants has not happened. Hotel occupancy is down 60+% over last year, and it's been steady over the last couple months. Air travel is down like 70 to 80% from last year.
Yeah.
Still, we're in August. Only thing that has changed in a positive way, U.S. home purchases have surged up 20% over last year. So people are buying homes at an unprecedented rate.
Why is that?
I think it's a relocation. One is, I think, big relocation. So depending on where you are in life, I know so many like Taylor type people that have chosen to move somewhere else.
The woods are hot.
Yeah.
So there's like a flight to the woods in Oregon, Wyoming, Montana.
Oh, you mean literally the fucking woods?
the woods?
Sticks.
Salt Lake City.
But even
not
Texas,
Salt Lake, Park
Texas.
City.
I know
Texas.
3 different people that are unrelated to each other.
Like, yeah.
Families. They have families and they just up and move to Texas.
And I don't blame them. Like, as much as I want to shit on Taylor, like the mindset's right. LA's not going to be LA for 2 years.
Yeah.
Minimum. So unless there's something tying you to this city, whether it's your job that's LA centric or your family or whatever it is, there's actually no reason to be here, or your friends. So if you're a loner and you're in LA, leave.
Yeah, if you're a loner, you should leave. So why pay all this money?
What are you paying the premium for?
Yeah.
There's no experience.
Yeah. Okay. Well, shit, man. That's interesting. That's interesting with
And
all
also,
those numbers
hold
so
on,
bad.
interest rates are at 0. So you can borrow money for nothing so that stat, the home stat
is for rich people.
Is an indication that this crisis happened overnight and people were still rich when it happened. We're still early.
Yeah.
It's 4 months. Stock market's a record high and people went into the crisis rich. And if you were sitting on a ton of cash and 0 interest, it's not a bad idea to buy a home.
Okay. Yeah, it's interesting. Good stuff. Well, shit. I mean, the end is not in sight. So we're getting back to school time. There's a lot of things coming up that we're going to see how they go, man. It's really, really interesting.
If you ask anyone conservative, they think all Corona things will end November 4th.
Because they think Biden's going to win and it's going to disappear?
Yeah, they think that Democrats are just pushing the Corona thing down people's throats to win the election.
Huh.
Because Corona,
what about all the people getting Corona?
That doesn't matter. Those are fake. Those are all fake.
And the 150,000 dead is fake.
That's fake. Those
What
those
about-
bodies will
No
be back.
one's dead.
No one's dead, actually.
What
They
about
were all sent on vacation.
Kane, Herman Cain?
He just eating pizza somewhere.
Got
He's
it.
alive.
He's alive.
He's alive. Okay. All right, cool, man. Well, fuck it. Let's get to November and then we're partying. All right. That's all we got. You got any shout outs or anything like that?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Shout out to this room. It's hot as fucking
Shout out to
here.
this hot ass room. I just lost 5 pounds podcasting.
By the way,
we're in a
shout
heat
outs
wave.
to Pete because he's not here today and he went to Wisconsin for a wedding. I so happened to peruse his Instagram story at the wedding.
Oh, yeah.
Indoor wedding.
Interesting, Pete.
Did not see one person wearing a mask.
No.
I couldn't believe it was. I'm sure Wisconsin in August has to be nice weather.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for
So
sure.
you couldn't do an outdoor wedding?
No.
I know
The
you want
virus
to
is
test him
fake.
Tuesday, and you know it takes 5 days to incubate the virus.
Yeah.
So he needs the week off.
Yeah, he probably does.
I don't want to see Pete this week.
He's got to work from home. I mean, Taylor's even sitting it out.
I can't believe Taylor was responsible, came back to LA.
I can't believe Taylor cared about somebody else other than himself.
I think
Yeah.
his mom and his sister's kid, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm surprised he's not here.
Yeah. He said, I saw him
He didn't
Saturday.
care
He
about
said
our
he was
health.
going to come.
He came to the run?
He came to run in the beach.
You saw him physically.
Physically saw him.
Oh, so if he has it, we all have it just now.
I know,
anyway.
but I mean,
No,
like,
it's
I wasn't
outdoors.
like making out with him.
Oh, that's good.
Although
right.
he just showed up to the run without a shirt on. I was like, put on a shirt, bro. It's 9
that
in the
Austin
morning.
thing, man.
It's like,
I
it's
think-
9 in the
So
morning.
did he have a shirt that he could put on? He couldn't even put a shirt on if he
You
wanted.
couldn't even put a shirt on. I didn't see a car. I just saw him with no shirt.
That's Austin.
Yeah.
The thing is just different rules there, you know?
You just no shoes, no shirts. Come on in.
Come on in. Fuck it. No mask, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, everyone, have a great week. We will see you on Wednesday. And I guess probably, I don't know, man. There might not be a behind closed doors this week. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, Pete.
Put me in, coach.
Yeah, we gotta put
Tim's
Tim
in.
No, they can Zoom. Tim can Zoom with
Yeah,
them.
we should tell Pete because Pete's currently. I mean, Pete's going to probably just be starting to feel the first symptoms of Corona tomorrow. So
Yeah.
we'll see. Okay, make sure you check us out on Instagram at Group Chat Pod. Rate and review us on the iTunes Store, the podcast app on your phone, and check out all of our articles, which we've been going really hard on, and our newsletters at melrosestreetjournal.com. Thank you guys. Take it easy.